Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle TriHole from Debbi Minero. So we premiered this Tangle. It is her most recent. She gets on these rolls and she just sees patterns, deconstructs them, makes all of these gorgeous and fun tangles. And I think, if I'm remembering right, this was like number 64 or something. Amazing. All right, so this is a grid pattern. And what I'm going to show you one box of the grid and then show you, what you can do with it. We had so much fun with this at our Tangle Time sessions today. Tangle Times are, I'm going to make a box here within the tile. Tangle Time sessions are free sessions that I do on Thursdays. Well, I should say Thursdays my time here in Michigan. I do them twice. Do two sessions at 11 a.m. and then at 7 p.m. my time. And just an hour. And we took a tangle like this. Actually, and we paired this with her Sharky, which we did yesterday, the day before, something like that. A couple days ago. Because I wanted to use that. I had some reasoning behind it. And so we kind of we premiered it there, but this, I wanted to do it on Tangle Time because that's the tradition. So anyway, so we had fun with both of those tangles, and just really, really neat. All right, so this one, like I said, this is a singular grid box, and you can do it however you want. We're gonna make a big triangle, so we're gonna go from both corners to the middle. I have found, it seems, I could be wrong, like it works best for me if I eyeball the middle up here and then work to make a straight line. Well, I still miss, so it doesn't matter. Whatever works good for you. Sometimes I we'll go this way, but, anyway. If I can try to get that center-ish, then it's good. All right, then we're going to aura each of these longer angled sides of the triangle. And of course, whatever distance you pick as your aura is good. Like that. And then we're going to do a big flux shape in the center. Or if you're not familiar with the Tangle flux, and it would be Rick's flux, because it's more of just the leaf. Or a tethered orb. I've heard Maria refer to this as a tethered orb, and that works too. Tethering it right here on the base, and then coming up, and then meeting right back where you started. Okay. And then we'll do some little orbs. I'm going to fill these in, sort of. I'm going to leave a little shine there because it's fun. And that is essentially it. Now, there's a lot of fun that can happen with this one. First, I must line ... this. And let's see. And then decide, what do I want to do with the rest? Because from here, it is decorating. And you know what I think I'll do? But wait. I want to do something different than the stuff that I have already done. And then I'm going to show you in a moment. Except, I'm thinking maybe shade it. That could be fun. Well, let's do. And I think I'm going to get both sides. Ooh, although that could look neat. Let's just see. So all of the rest is it's decorating. And so much fun. And if you take a look at the For More Inspiration link, one of the things that I love about what Debbi does with hers, and a lot of others do as well, but she really works here's how you can play with it. Here's how you can decorate. And just has fun with that. So, ooh, isn't that interesting? Could just leave it like that, but I think I want to make these more like rails that stick up. So I'm going to do the other side. But yeah, take a look at that to get extra ideas. And, in that description section while I'm doing this, you will also find I always do, whoops, I could have kept it right there. That's why I do that. I always do my own version of the step outs, and it's, it's pretty much just the same, but we were taught to just, to do our own version as well. Ooh, look at that. Looks neat. And we must have, I'm just going to use what's left on my tortillon here. Hang it this way. It could almost look like a light bulb. That's neat. I'm still feeling like it needs something else. I'm going to do the rest of this bit here. But yeah, no, we were taught, do your own version, and it's the right thing to do. And then I always link to the creator of the Tangle, because that's also the right thing to do. And also in that section, you will find ways to connect with me. So I have a link to my website, Facebook page, our amazing, if you want to hang out with a bunch of crazy, lots of bits of crazy, but crazy for tangling, Tangle Addicts. It's such a nice, comfortable place. Oh, I like that better. To share your work, to just share things Zentangle-y. It's a really an amazing group of people. So come and join us there. There are 4 questions to answer to gain entry. So just so you know that. Yeah, and on my website are information about lots of stuff. So this is it. Like I said, this is the one box, but then you can have fun with it. So using this as a fragment in your reticula, the reticula is the grid. It's a fancy name for grid that also includes non-traditional type of grids. So, anything that's not a checkerboard type of grid or something that's normal. It encompasses that. So anyway, so I did it this way on the top, right? And then I flipped it for the bottom, and what a neat result. And this one, as you can see, I filled in the lines, and as Deb said, the name is for, a hole in the triangle. So that depends on how you decorate it. This doesn't look so much like a hole, but this does, because I matched, the background to the background that I did here. It also kind of disguises the some of the grid lines, so that's kind of neat. Then, as I mentioned on our Tangle Times, we had a ton of fun, and I'll show the PM one first, because I was pretty tickled with the way this one turned out after all. Although I think I could do some more shading, maybe. Yeah, within here, like I did that. I'm thinking. At first I wasn't, but I don't know. Jury's out. It turned out rather neat. Did this on obviously it's a tan tile, and had fun with our Renaissance colors. So that was fun. And I wanted to do it on a squiggly grid just to see what would happen, and it turned out rather neat. Now the AM session, I decided I wanted to work on a black tile, and I did this. So I used this, and I kept turning it. So I would turn the tile, be counterclockwise, and then do the next box, and then counterclockwise and do the next box. That way I'm always doing it in the same direction. And then when I went to here, I did the same thing and alternated colors because it was fun. And then I wanted to throw in Sharky, that's other Tangle. And then I decided I was going to color it in. after I did this one first, and then after I decided, I want to color it in, and then of course it looks like the ghost from Pac-Man, so I had to finish it up as if it was a Pac-Man. So, and let me just tell you, as somebody who always touts, let me show you a secret. When you work on the black tiles, we don't normally use erasers, but I don't know what I scattered on here. But you know what? Black ink on a black tile cleans it up real nice if you had a little smudge. I know some people will use the white jelly roll on a white tile, as long as the tile is actually white, not off-white. Anyway, so that was a lot of fun, and let me just tell you the power of Zentangle. If you for those that have listened a lot, not an artist. I always say, I can't draw my way out of a paper bag, or can't draw a stick figure to save my life. But when you've done Zentangle for a little bit, you start applying the stuff that you learned through Zentangle, and kind of deconstructing things quickly in your head. So you look at something, it's like, oh. So and where I'm marveling is my rendition of the cherries from the Pac-Man game. And I am just like, who did those? As I was doing it, I was just like, it was so weird. And I'm like, oh, look we start with an orb. Oh, and then I'll do this one and I'll hollowbow it, but because I'm working on the black, I'll just leave a little gap. So that way you can see it's hollowbowed and it's not mushed together. Oh, and then, okay, just 2 little curve lines coming out. And then, the little shine, little C-shape shine. And I'll tell ya, I just floored myself, because it's like, when you think you can't draw, you think you can't do something, and it's not one of those things where it was like, oh, I was really wishing I could, and it was some, feeling like failure throughout my life. Not at all. It's just like, nope, can't do it. I'm good at other things, so I'll focus on those. But when, but still knowing, it's like, nope, can't draw anything. But when something like that happens and you're able to just deconstruct things quickly and then have it turn out and look really cool, it's just a really, really neat thing. So if you don't feel like you can, I think I was on my soapbox last time or the time before. I just share, you can do it. Don't give up. Always just try something. And, and after a while, you don't even realize sometimes that's like, oh, well, that's just this. Oh, I can do that. And we can. And I call it the C word, that we have to work to remove from our vocabulary. And I think I remember which video it was on that I got on that soapbox. And if you can remove the can't word, give it a go. Replay, when you catch yourself saying it, find some other way to make a sentence without using that word, because it tells our brain, oh, nope, you can't. Nope, you're right. It's the saying that's been attributed to many people. Whether you say you can or you can't, either way, you are right. And our brain doesn't know the difference. It's a computer, if you think about it. And it doesn't know the difference between what you can do and what you can't do. But when you tell it one way or the other, then it goes, oh, okay. So if I could encourage you in any way, besides having fun with tangling, it would be that. Remove that one word from your vocabulary and see what happens. And just go for it. And keep tangling. If you haven't taken a essentials class, or other people call it different things, a 101 beginner class, do, so that we understand the methodology behind it. It's not all about making, we see this and we don't know what's behind it. And it's not about this as much as it is about, the personal journey. And so I have, thank you for listening. If you're still here, let me share my little triumphs like that. But when you have always thought, no, I can't do that. There's just something extra special about when you just on a whim, oh yeah, oh look, okay, and you don't think about it, And when you remove that bad word from your vocabulary, then lots of things are possible. So with that, oh, if you enjoyed this, if you're still here, if you enjoyed it, please click like. And if you liked it enough to see more, hit the subscribe button. I already mentioned everything in the description section, so I get myself a little out of order, but I just wanted to share that with you because I'm just, so tickled and so very honored to have so many amazing people in our Tangle Addicts group that come, to the weekly sessions, and a lot we've gotten to know, and I know that there's some I see names over and over again, and we might not have gotten to know you, but it just depends on those that want to participate in the chat and have the extra fun, and some just want to sit back, and everything is okay and it's all good. But I just really appreciate that, and then to know somebody like Deb that is creating such amazing tangles that we get to have fun with. So it's such a great overall thing. Anyway, thank you so much for listening and watching, and I wish you happy tangling.